Satan loves me, this I know, for the Christians tell me so.
Who dares enter my unholy temple? And you will worship him.
Hello everybody, this is Reverend Jack Winters with United Satanic Empire. I'd like to have a little discussion on a topic that several people have been asking questions about, and there's a bunch of misunderstandings on and everything, and that would be curses. A curse, most people assume that you apply it directly to an individual. But see, what people have forgotten is a curse is your last resort, and you never let your intending party know that you're planning on cursing them. And then if I were the person doing the curse, I would make sure it was my last resort, and I would not let my victim know until I had practiced a binding spell on them, so that once they found out I gave them their warning, they couldn't do anything to stop it. But see, the thing is, a lot of people think that curses have to go on an individual. No, curses can go on people, places, and things. And usually, by the time the person that's going to put the curses on, they hate the person so much that they want to think of the worst thing they can do to hurt that person. To me, I'd find out what the most important thing in the world was to them. Then I would put my curse on that. The worst curse that I could put on an individual is for them to live the rest of their life knowing that somebody, something, or some object, or some place that they loved and cared about so much got cursed because of them. That would eat them up inside. That would be the worst curse I could put on somebody. So what you do is, don't be misconceived by what you're thinking of doing or you're going to do. Understand what you're doing. You have hatred and malice in your heart. No matter what pagan faith that you subscribe to, you cannot deny malice in your heart when you place a curse. Acknowledge that, because if you don't acknowledge the full of the magic, then it will not work. Therefore, acknowledge that you have malice in your heart and everything. Make your preparations and everything, and then please warn the intended, but do a binding prior to warning them. Okay, so that they can't try a counter spell or try to curse you before you can put your curse on. That way you're all arranged and everything. So curses aren't plain and simple. They're quite complicated, quite actually. They're not like everybody thinks they are. There's a lot of work that goes into preparing and casting a curse, and they don't come from just one of the pagan faiths. They come from all pagan faiths. So just because one does not practice magic in one concept does not mean that they're not using it in other concepts. There's different styles and forms of magic, and each one allows for cursing. And don't feel guilty once you put that curse on, and show no mercy when you put that curse on. But do not think that it's something that's simple and something that's easy, because it is not. And I would not advise a beginner to even attempt putting a curse on somebody, because you will mess up and it will come back threefold to you. So do research in and find out how the curses work and everything before you even go near putting a curse on. So I hope this has helped answer some questions and educate some people on, because see, you never know who's going to curse you. It could be your best friend. They could come into your house, or they could send somebody that you know into your house, get items of yours, Or, hell, your best friend could be party to the person who's putting the curse on you. They could come in your house and leave something behind that you'd never know. Hell, they could act like they're your friend and give you a present. And that be cursed. So, yeah, curses are extremely complicated. They're not as easy as everybody thinks, and not as easy to spot where it is. These are things to think about when you're going to curse somebody, or if you think you're being cursed. If you think you're being cursed, nobody can be trusted at that point. You know? That's why I'm telling you, before you put a curse on somebody, make sure you do your homework and make sure that you do everything properly, because you never know who it's going to be. It could be your best friend, or it could be your worst enemy, or anybody in between. So, I hope this has explained that a little bit. Thank you. Have a good day or night wherever you're seeing this from. Hail Satan. Hail thyself.